Hi guys, welcome to Small Groups. My name is Jenna, and I am so excited that you guys are here for small group tonight. We get to, tonight, dive into a section of the Bible also known as James chapter 2, verses 14 through 26. Have you ever read a part of the Bible and thought, I literally have no clue what this has to do with my life? This has no application for me whatsoever. Luckily for you, this is not one of those. I think tonight's passage will really touch on things that are really core for students. It answers a lot of questions that students have been asking me for years, and that I think is a really common thing for people to struggle with. And that is the question of, what does faith look like? What does it look like as you're living it out? What can and should it look like? What even is faith? And so we get to wrestle with phrases like this. Verse 17, in the same way, faith by itself, if it is not accompanied by action, is dead. Verse 19, you believe that there is one God. Good. Even the demons believe that and shudder. Verse 26, as the body without the spirit is dead, so faith without deeds is dead. Cool stuff. Here's one way that I think a lot of people, not just students, I think there's a lot of adults, teachers even, who interpret this in a really wrong way. And I don't want you to walk away thinking this. What a lot of people do is they read these verses and they say, oh, okay, so if I have faith, then I will do all of these things. And so I can give myself a grade of how good my faith is and how much I'm pleasing God based on the number and the quality of good things that I'm doing or the bad things that I'm avoiding. And they use that idea and that interpretation to set up a rubric, a grading system for themselves, so they can say, okay, well, today was a B minus, but I'm going to try better tomorrow. And then tomorrow, overall, this will really up my curve, and I think that's just wrong. That's just wrong in so many ways, because it doesn't reflect the character of God that we see in the rest of the Bible. That interpretation drastically contradicts and goes completely against the other passages in the Bible that talk about faith and what it is. And tonight I want you guys in your small groups to get to talk about, what is faith? How are we saved? What does that look like in the life of a middle school student, in the life of a high school student? I am so excited for you guys to get to wrestle with these questions. And I hope that you ask your small group leaders a lot of really good questions, because if you have a question about it, that means someone else in your group probably has the same question, or at least something really similar, and it'll get discussion going. So I am so pumped for you guys to look at this. But I also want to show you a verse in 1 John, I think. I really should have looked this up ahead of time. 1 John chapter 4, verse 16, it says, and so we know and rely on the love God has for us. Verse 15 and 16 say together, if anyone acknowledges that Jesus is the Son of God, God lives in him and they in God. And so we know and rely on the love that God has for us. And so tonight, I'm excited for you guys to dive in and look at what it means to know and rely on the love that God has for you, and what that looks like in your life. I'm pumped. I hope you guys are pumped. And let's get to it. We'll go ahead and head out to your small groups, and we'll see you later.